Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So I had to make this video just so that I can go into a little bit more detail of what is going to take place in May. And to you individuals that have student loans and are not currently making your payments, okay? If you guys have not heard already, as of May 5th, the federal government is going to, they're going to put a cease to the administrative forbearance that they have given everyone since COVID. A lot of you have already gotten notice that you need to pay your student loans from your servicers probably a month or so ago. But now they're going to resume collections, okay? I know it's been a long time, but most of you who haven't paid your student loans, you guys would notice that they would take that money from your tax refund, and your tax refund basically would, cover some of the back payment that you never made. Well, this one is going to be like collection 2.0. Okay, so this is, I need y'all to listen carefully so that you will know what can and more than likely will happen. Okay, so what I'm researching and have found is that the federal government does not resume collection, as in they won't actually start the process of, being a debt collector until your loans are 270 days past due, which is about 9 months. Okay, so what's going to happen May 5th is, no, they're not going to automatically start taking your money from what I'm seeing. But they are going to say, we're no longer going to give you guys the pause. So whereas back in COVID, they did not want to, take your tax refunds because we're COVID, you needed your money, X, Y, and Z. But now they're saying, now we're not going to, we're taking our foot off the brake, and now we're going to go after you. So, and there's a lot of conflicting information, and y'all know, if y'all watch my lives, I always tell you that we can't necessarily always go by everything that they say. We have to literally wait until the day happens to be able to see what happens, because they make changes and it doesn't always make it to the news for us to find out, because it's not like the government's beating down our door giving us updates of stuff that's going on. Okay, so they will start back taking the money from your tax refunds. That was something that they used to do. They're going to start doing that again. Now, we won't know if they're going to have already counted 9 months. As if as you haven't made payments in 9 months, we're going to automatically take your tax refund if you have one that's still coming. We don't know that yet. Some news outlets are saying that they will start taking the refunds, and then other news outlets are saying you have to be 270 days past due. Okay, so we're gonna see. But no matter which way they do it, I need you guys to understand that they are planning on taking your money. Okay, so let me give you a couple ways they're gonna do this by. They're going to put you in the federal credit reporting system, because they do have one called the Kyver system, and it's going to show that you owe for unpaid student loans, which means you won't be able to get a house if anybody's trying to buy. You got unpaid student loans, they're not going to approve you for a loan. Okay, government buying and getting a loan, going through the bank, most of those loans are underwritten by the government, and if you turn around and have these loans and you didn't pay the government, guess what? Denied. Okay, another thing that they're going to do is they're going to take your tax refunds. They're going to at a certain point, they're going to send information to your jobs to garnish your wages. Okay, still haven't yet determined if they're going to take you to court to garnish your wages, or if they're just going to garnish your wages without you knowing. This is for individuals who get checks outside of the government, okay? If you are an individual and you get money inside the government, for example, Social Security Disability, okay? If you get Social Security Disability, or if you get Social Security, SSI and SSDI, even though they're two different programs, to me, I call that getting money inside the government, because the government is paying you that check every month, okay? They can take up to 15% of your earnings from SSDI or SSI to repay your student loans. And they will, if they win, they will continue to take 15% of it, okay? Which is crazy, because you already barely make any money on those checks anyway. So if you are somebody that's getting SSDI, please go and get your paperwork in so that you can get those loans discharged through the TPD program, which is Total Permanent Disability Program, okay? If you're on SSI, you don't qualify for that. That's just based off of age and retirement age. You are definitely going to need to figure out something. If your Social Security income ain't that high, you might need to sign up for a hardship program or something so that you can get your payments lower and start making payments so that they're not garnishing your check, okay? This goes also for, and we're going to see now, if you're getting stuff like food stamps, anything like that, that doesn't really have cash value to them. So I doubt highly they're going to reduce any of your other benefits. But if you are receiving something in cash, maybe. So maybe individuals who get, doesn't TANF or something, don't they pay? Some people get cash on their EBT cards. They might take that. They might reduce it. Okay. Again, these are some of the very fine details that they don't go into, and we have to find these things out later when they hit the news. Okay. So as it comes out, I'll let you guys know. But I did want you guys to please take this serious. Get on the calls, call these people, set up your arrangements so that they're not garnishing your wages. I don't want you to find out they're doing this or even coming after you for collections. I'd rather you get in front of it versus letting it catch up to you. You have until May 5th, if I said that right. I believe I said May 5th the whole time, but you have until May 5th to do this by, and I would highly suggest that you take it serious and actually do it so you can get in front of it, okay? Get on a hardship program, ask for a forbearance. That you need to ask that through your student loan servicer. You also need to find out through your student loan servicer if you're one of the people that they may start doing collections on because you haven't paid. You can get in front of it by asking questions, okay? That way, if they say, yes, you are one that we're going to pursue for collections, you can say, hey, well, let me make some payments, okay? As it works with IRS, all you need to make is 3 payments to be considered caught up, and they won't take your tax refund. So maybe you can do the same thing here. Make 3 payments if you can. And if you can't make no more after that, then hey, hopefully the clock will start over through the collections because you did make some payments, okay? So anyway, I hope I gave you guys some information that you could use. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to call and try to get in front of this? As far as reporting on your credit, haven't heard anything about that yet. This is a federal debt, so this would probably only show in the system, which will prevent you from buying a home. I don't know if you guys can systematically see how this is working to beat the common man down every which way so that you won't have home ownership. And I'm telling you guys, I think that's going to be the key to wealth, is having some type of property that you guys own, but everything is centered around preventing you from buying a home. Okay. So to me, that's not by design. That's not by surprise. I think that's by design. So anyway, if it hits your credit reports or I read anything about that, I'll make sure that I inform you guys and let you guys know. But so this is pretty huge, and I hope that somebody can use this information. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.